Good morning, everybody. We're going to start service in just a minute here. If you have your cell phones on, if you could turn them to silent or vibrate as we get ready to get into our wonderful time together here at service today, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Kona. So great to see you all today. My name is Patrick Thompson. I'm going to be your platformer today. Unfortunately, Jim's feeling a little bit under the weather today, so prayers out to him for him feeling better, but I'm going to fill in for him today. So welcome to Unity of Kona, and what do we got? What do we got coming up here? Okay, and I invite you all to stand and say with me our affirmation for the month of July. It's all about embracing our spiritual commitment. So if you would say with me, please, I awaken to my divine consciousness and co-create with the divine to manifest my highest good. Absolutely. And here at Unity of Kona, we have a vision of a world family of oneness, peace, and love with the mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And if you'll stay standing, we'll do our opening song today, which is New Beginning. So if I can get some singers up here to assist, that'd be great. No one just wants to hear my voice, I promise. Oh, thanks, Dondi. Okay. No, I got one right here. Thank you.
Feels like you've been here before. Echoes from years ago. Trying to break the patterns to find peace of mind to create a new life. You can stay. You're on your way to better days. You're breaking away. This is your new beginning. Walk through the door and keep on living. Now you can shout, you can cry, sing it out and say goodbye. The days before that left you spinning. Now this is your new beginning. Taking time to heal your wounds. In your mind, flowers start to bloom. There is beauty in owning your past. You are free, make the good times last. You can stay. You're on your way to better days. You're breaking away. This is your new beginning. Walk through the door and keep on living. Now you can shout, you can cry, sing it out and say goodbye. The days before that left you spinning. Yeah, this is your new beginning. Be kind to yourself when you fall back. You are not lost, you are right on track. There's a whole world out there, many roads to be traveled. Take a chance and dare, yeah, this is your revival. This is your new beginning. Walk through the door and keep on living. Now you can shout, you can cry, sing it out and say goodbye to days before that left you spinning. And this is your new beginning. Your new beginning.
All right. Thank you so much, Unity Choir. And while you're all standing, take a moment to say hello, give your neighbor a handshake or a hug. We'll just take a couple of minutes to catch up after a week of being apart. If you're online, watching us online, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know you're out there. Love to see everybody online, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, wonderful. I am not currently on. There we go. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. It's always great to get back together and say hello to each other after a week apart. So now's the time we welcome our guests and visitors. So if you are new to our Unity of Kona Center or haven't been here in a while, we would invite you to just please stand, say your name, and let us know where you're from so we can properly greet you. Anybody new? We know who you are. Thank you, sir. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here today. All right, and we like to welcome all of our visitors and everybody online with a big together aloha and God bless you. And please feel free to stay after service. We have some snacks and stuff upstairs to share in fellowship. And so now I'm just going to get into a couple of announcements. And first and foremost, Unity Kona is a prayer ministry. We all know that prayer works in our lives. There's a prayer request form On the table at the back of the sanctuary, next to the prayer request box, you can fill out the request form and place it directly into the prayer box. Those requests will be prayed over and then sent to Silent Unity for an additional 30 days of continuous prayer. You can also download the free Be Unity app to your phone by going to beunity.org. That app allows you to submit prayer requests directly to Silent Unity, watch inspirational and meditative videos, and access hundreds of articles. And I have a couple of other announcements here. Yeah. So Clyde mentioned, for those who didn't hear, that Virginia is not feeling very well today. So we are sending her prayers of healing and wholeness to feel better and come back and see us soon. So keep her in your thoughts. Thank you, Clyde. So for announcements of our team member of the month, once again, congratulations, Sean. Mahalo, Sean, for your loving service to our spiritual center. We're so blessed to have you here at Unity of Kona. Sean does a lot of stuff. She is a co-leader for our choir. She facilitates bi-monthly meditation group, provides Reiki energy session during our healing services. She brings food for fellowship. She's filled in as platform assistant, bakes, helps with circulation day and the bake sale. Sean, your willingness to offer whatever support is needed and share your time and talents is always greatly appreciated. You're a bright light, and we are very grateful for your spiritual of aloha, for your spirit of aloha. Thank you, Sean. Love you. All of it. Clyde facilitates a weekly Qigong class at Monday mornings from 8 to 8:45 in the morning at Old Airport Beach Park. As soon as you go through the gate, just hang a left. It's kind of the first beach right there. On Monday evenings from 6 to 7, Dondi leads a ukulele Kani Kapila-style jam sessions from beginners to experts here in the sanctuary. So bring your uk. There's some available to borrow. And come learn, play, and share. Thank you for that, Dondi. And then come drum. Clyde leads the monthly integrated community drumming circle here at the Unity. It is now on Tuesdays. So the fourth Tuesday, but this upcoming Tuesday, July 23rd, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. All are welcome. Bring your own drummer shaker. There will be some available to borrow on a limited basis. Starting Friday, July 26th, from 8:30 to 10 o'clock a.m. Hawaii time, Rev Sophia will be teaching a 8-week heart-centered metaphysics Zoom class. Metaphysics 1, it is an 8-week study of the underlying principles that shape our spiritual and physical worlds. We will study and discuss foundational principles of heart-centered metaphysics and the highest form of mind action, including building your Christ consciousness, our purpose, and divine plan, meditation, and prayer. There is a $45 class fee. To register, contact Rev Sophia Falke at reverendsophia@yahoo.com. That's Reverend Sophia, all lowercase, one word. And this is also posted on the Unity of Kona Facebook site for more information. And as we all know, it takes a village to run our spiritual center. We appreciate everyone kindly considering supporting Unity of Kona by becoming a contributor and sharing your time, talent, and treasure. There are several sign-up sheets in the back of the sanctuary, and there is also one up for refreshments upstairs. Mahalo. Thank you very much. And now, I have asked Dondi to read the daily word. Welcome, Dondi. Thank you so much.
Aloha kakayaka, everyone. Good morning. The word today is valuable. Affirmation, as a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. Each person is a spiritual being made in the image and likeness of God, blessed with a variety of spiritual gifts we share in different ways. The world needs my unique contributions. When I see myself this way, I become newly aware of my value as a member of the human family, more confident in myself as I shine the light of God as only I can. Living in the awareness of my value helps others see it too. I leave behind critical or negative opinions I may have held about myself and treat myself as the divine being I am. Like a beautiful gemstone, I too am a precious jewel amongst so many others. Together we sparkle and shine. And the Bible verse today reads, "So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them." Genesis 1:27. Again, the word today is valuable. And the affirmation, if you'll say it with me, as a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dondi. It's always great to have that reminder that we are all absolutely valuable and irreplaceable. And now I invite you to relax. Just take a deep breath and visualize our sanctuary as a beautiful heart. Just feel the loving energy of those around you flowing in and through you. See that loving energy flowing around every person here in the sanctuary, spreading out to every being on this earth and in this world. If there are any events, circumstances in your life, or anyone you know in need of prayer, see them in the center of this most beautiful, loving heart, as together we will say the prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Absolutely. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our musical guest for today. It's Namanu Mele. So they're going to come up here and sing us a song. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here.
Shauna wrote this song.
I don't know if you know Edwina Gaines, but she's been a great teacher of mine, and I went to one of her workshops. And in the workshop, it was busting through limiting beliefs, essentially, and she shows you and teaches you how to walk on fire. So that's where this song came from.
Everything that I've been through, walk on, and I know what I must do. Walk on, with my head held high, my eyes wide, I'm walking on this fire. For I am holy and I am whole. I am filled with love.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, ladies. That was Namanu Mele. And now we are going to welcome our speaker for today. It's Reverend Sophia Falke. And Reverend Sophia Falke has a meditation for us and a message on honoring our emotions, the path to wholeness. So welcome, Reverend Sophia Falke.
Oops.
Reverend, there you
Aloha.
go.
I thought I had unmuted myself. Okay. It's so good to see you. Yay. And I see some people who have been gone for a while and back, and it's so. I love that I can view the screen and see the congregation because you have such wonderful energy, and I am so grateful. Oh my goodness. And today we're going to be doing something that can be a challenge for some folk, and that is feeling all feelings. So I'm going to start out with and this is part of a 15-week series. Do you believe that? And I'm so grateful to Kayla and Sasha that they said, yeah, we're going to play with you, Reverend Sophia. This is based on the book 15 Commitments to Conscious Leadership. I think the book should be called 15 Commitments to Conscious Living, because the principles in here, they tie so well with unity teachings. And as we go through, you're going to see how they build one upon the other. We started the first week with radical responsibility. Remember that? Taking radical responsibility for your life, whether you have control or not, just jumping in there and being, knowing that you are responsible and you have the power. And then last week, Kayla played with learning through curiosity. And I can't think of anyone better to talk about curiosity than Kayla, because you are so spot on in that area. Today is feeling all the feelings. And then let me see the fourth one. And this is going to be a blast. Where are my things? The fourth one is speaking candidly. And that's going to be next week. And wow, I can't wait to see what Sasha does with that. So this is an exciting month to be launching this. And I'm going to start with my usual flair for sharing my screen so that, and did everybody get your affirmation card today? Good. All right. But I'm going to show off that I can do share screen and put it up there. Share screen, and there it is. There is our affirmation for today, which is, and I'm not going to ask you to read this yet. Later on, I'm going to ask you to read this, okay? Out loud together without me interfering. The commitment 3, feeling all feelings. I commit to feeling my feelings all the way through to completion. They come and I locate them in my body, then move, breathe, and vocalize them so that they release all the way through. Whoa. Now, if you were to list the feelings, would you have a list of better emotions and ones that you want to avoid? Yeah. What are some of the better emotions? Shout it out. Joy, expression, gratitude. Yeah. Okay. Love. Definitely. What about the bad emotions? What would those be? Embarrassment. Okay. Fear, jealousy. Okay. Yeah. resentment, guilt. I love it. You guys are so into this. Uh, we do tend to label feelings, also known as emotions, as good or bad. And we want to be around the people who exhibit higher vibration emotions, such as the joy, fulfillment, bliss, love, or peace, rather than people who are angry, disgruntled, apprehensive, or depressed. Actually, we generally want to be the people who exhibit the higher vibration emotion. Yet the authors of the 15 commitments say you should feel all the feelings and feel them all the way through to completion. That gave me pause. Anyone try to avoid the bad emotions? That's, and yeah, let me be happy, let me be joyful. Because aren't you supposed to work toward emotions that bring you joy, confidence, excitement, peace, inspiration? And aren't you rewarded when you exhibit those emotions? And avoided when you show up angry, depressed, fearful, or sad? It starts when you're children and it continues throughout adulthood. But what is emotion? The 15 Commitments book defines it as emotion, energy in motion. And I'm quoting now. At its simplest level, emotion is energy moving in and on the body. Or said another way, feelings are physical sensations. So if an emotion is merely energy or a sensation moving in the body, then it is neither good nor bad, right nor wrong. It just is. That means we are more than our feelings. We are not our feelings any more than we are our hunger pangs or the discomfort associated with a sprained ankle. Feelings just occur. So how does that sit? Feelings just it is, not good or bad. They just are. And that might be uncomfortable for some. And we use many terms to identify our emotions. And what I like is, and I have shared with you, my list of feelings when, your needs are being met and they're not being met. It's a handout that often we use at the church. And 15 commitments boils it down to 5 basic feelings: anger, fear, sadness, joy, and sexual feelings. And we experience feelings in certain parts of the body. I'm going to show you this illustration also. This is from the book. There we go. And it's one of the things that, have you ever been asked, where do you feel your emotion? If you're going to a therapist or a doctor and they'll say, where do you feel it in your body? I'm one of those people that kind of blanks out because I don't necessarily identify feelings with different parts of my body. So that's my true confession right here. And I love that they had this illustration to help people like me. So anger then is the jaw, the back of the neck, and across the shoulders. And then sadness in the eyes, the high chest, the upper throat, and joy in your core, in your spine. Fear in your belly. And then the sexual feelings, the pelvis, the genitals, the erogenous zones. Okay? So we've got this. And I share this because, we're going to go through some other explanations. So just get this image and we'll come back to the reference. Okay, stop share. I'm back. Now, on the first Sunday, we talked about living above the line or below the line. Remember that? Those of you who are here, and for those of you who weren't, I will explain it. Above the line, living or consciousness is seeing the world through a green lens, and that you have the power to influence and change conditions. God is working by you, through you, or as you. So you have control. Even if something happens that came out of the blue and you had no control over, you have control over how you respond to it, the energy that you exhibit to the world. Now, below the line is seeing the world through a red lens, and that outer conditions that happen are being done to you by outside forces over which you have no control. That means even emotions we might consider negative or low vibration can be catalysts for breakthroughs in life if we can take them above the line. Is that making sense? Okay, let's start with anger. Anger tells you that something is not or is no longer of service, or that something is not aligned and must be changed or destroyed so that something more beneficial can replace it. We get angry when there are injustices in the world, right? And that's an indication to us that things need to change. And maybe we need to be part of the change. And this includes eliminating old beliefs, old ways of relating to the world, and old ways of relating to other people. Think of the destructive force of a wildfire. It clears away dead growth, and its heat releases seeds into newly fertile soil. I remember years ago when the U.S. Forest Service allowed wildfire to go pretty much unchecked at Yellowstone National Park. And I drove through before the fire and I saw all the luxurious, pine trees and all the greenery. I drove through there soon after and I saw the horrible destruction, the charred trunks of trees and all the brush gone, etc. And then maybe 5 years later, I drove through Yellowstone again. And I could barely tell there had been a fire because all of that new growth. So tearing away, could be the anger of the fire, tearing away that which no longer served, made room for the new growth. So think of it in terms of making room for new consciousness. So this is above the line use of anger. And below the line could show up as blame, righteousness, and criticism. Now, those of you, I have to bring this up. Those of you who took the 21-day continuous complaint-free challenge, or at least tried, you know how easily we fall into the blame, the righteousness, or criticism. And to shift that is quite a spiritual experience. So that's anger. The next emotion is fear. And fear tells you that something important needs to be known, and perhaps there is something you are avoiding that needs to be faced. One of my favorite books is Susan Jeffers' Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. She talks about above the line consciousness. to recognize the fear and allow yourself to experience and then step into it, because the fear is telling you that there is something new that wants to be learned. Below the line fear is about made up future state. It is unconscious and it's toxic. The next emotion is sadness. And this tells you that something needs to be let go, said goodbye to, or moved on from. Sadness is the energy of loss. Something or someone that had meaning for you is going away. Above the line sadness is the process of release. Below the line sadness is the poor me. Why is this happening to me? Suffering, and can last for days or years. Joy is the next one. Joy tells you there is something that needs to be celebrated, appreciated, and acknowledged. I may be the only one. I'll be working on a project and I'll finish it, and then it's like next. So I call it the done next syndrome. Instead of stopping and celebrating an accomplishment and just being with it, even bragging about it. So above the line joy is really to taking the time to focus on all that you view as good and raise the vibration to attract more. Below the line joy gives power to circumstances outside you and limits your ability to expand and renew. It's you can only be happy if these outside circumstances happen, rather than I can create joy within myself. So above the line, yeah, you got it. You're celebrating, you're sending out the vibration. Below the line, stifling. And finally, I know you've been waiting for this one, and that is sexual feelings. Okay. And we're going to talk about that in church. So above the line sexual feelings are the energy of creativity and creation. It tells you that something new is eager to be birthed into the world. You are pregnant with ideas and innovations. Below the line, sexual feelings is when you confuse creative energy for sexual desires and limit innovation. Okay, so far, we've discussed how feelings are emotion, energy in motion, and that because feelings are merely energy or a sensation moving in the body, it is neither good nor bad, right nor wrong. It just is. Next, we discuss the 5 major emotions under which all others fall. And they are anger, fear, sadness, joy, and sexual energy. I knew you'd remember that one. All right. Another point the 15 commitments makes is that if you allow an emotion to go full cycle, if you fully free it, it only lasts 90 seconds. And that stopped me, because how often do you have an emotion and it holds on and it's there, and we focus on it, we recycle it, and we talk to people about it, and so did whatever to me, and so we're holding on to it so that it lasts far longer and it pulls down our energy. When you do, and I love this concept because it invites us to give full expression without worrying about whether it's right or wrong. And what I enjoyed about this is that the description is to give the energy full expression through sound, and or gesture. Okay, for example, if you think of a situation and the feeling of anger comes up, don't do it now. We're not going to do it during meditation, okay? But imagine, you're standing at a table, stand up, swing your arm, and with a loud grunt, oh, slam your hand on the table. Do you think that might help release the anger? And without even judging, why am I angry? There's no reason for me to be angry, but just to give it full expression like that. There you go. I've got a convert there. Uh, this is an aside. Uh, I once went to an event where they wanted us to express our anger, and they had this big padded surface, and they gave us a bat, and we were supposed to swing it and swing it and swing it, and that was probably the hardest thing that I've ever done. Because at first I couldn't think of anything to be angry about, and then they were like, "Go on, you can do it, you can do it," and then things popped into my mind, from my history, and it's like I got so into it. It felt good. All right, so that's full feeling. Boom. See, I start to talk too fast and I stumble over my words. Okay, that's fully feeling the emotion. And where you get into difficulty is holding on to the emotion. So instead of energy and motion, it becomes energy stagnation. Think in terms of a pond that has an open flow of water into it and an unfettered outlet. The water or energy in the pond remains clear and healthy. But block the outlet. What happens to the pond? Stagnant, right? Algae grows. Any fish that might have lived there die, and it begins to stink. That's what happens when we hold on to our emotions. Things in our life begin to stink. And I know when we get into that cycle of holding on to them, it gets very difficult sometimes to find things, to have joy in. If you're holding on to emotion of sadness, if you've got into depression and you've experienced some injustice, I am not negating that there are challenges in life. I'm suggesting that the more we focus on above the line approach to our emotions and fully expressing them instead of going into that contracted expression that we so often have, if it's sadness, fear, or that of anger, and to allow the joy to really be expressed. Because I think many people are afraid to express joy also, perhaps because you think, well, people are going to think I'm a little egotistical to be this happy and might be put down, that they might feel badly about it. But just to, look at above the line expression of your joy, above the line expression of anger or fear or sadness or sexual expression, and allow yourself to be fully involved in life. So embracing your emotions without judgment, you achieve greater emotional health and spiritual authenticity. And you learn how to listen to the divine messages within your emotions and integrate them into your practice of truth. And that's on the path of living a life of wholeness and harmony. So let us go back to screen share, although you have it in front of you. All right, I'm going to let you say this because of the delay. So please, together, with feeling all feelings, together. Yes. Yes. Wow, you did that so good. So now that we've got your energy up, I'm going to invite you to bring your energy down a little bit. Let's take some of this into meditation. Get in touch with those feelings and release any below the line expression that you might be experiencing. So I invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Breathing deeply, breathing in the light and the love that is God. Feel it flowing through every cell and tissue of your body, restoring all areas to vibrant health and wholeness. And continuing to breathe in deeply because this is the greatest gift. And call upon that same healing light and energy. And focus it on any feelings or emotions, doubts, fears, anything that's going on for you right now that is causing you distress. And see the light and the love of God dissipating any concern, any fear, any sadness, letting go and letting God. So let's take a moment now and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Just feel it in your, just feel it silently. Thank you for sharing. I like that. But yeah, what are you feeling? And see if you can put it under one of the 5 core feelings. Yeah, anger, fear, sadness, joy, sexual expression. Which one does it fall under? Don't analyze it or look for the why. Then bring to mind how you might be experiencing above the line consciousness with this feeling or below the line. And again, don't worry about the why, just identify it. And is there some place in your body that you can identify where you are experiencing this feeling? Breathe and allow that feeling to just do whatever it needs to do. And imagine what sound or gesture might you associate with that feeling. And visualize yourself doing that. As you go through this week, I invite you to go through this exercise whenever you notice an emotion arising. Just take the moment to identify what it is, where you're experiencing it in your body. And if you're able to out loud, give it a sound or a gesture so that feeling can go through its 90-second cycle to open up the energy and the flow. Our third commitment, feeling all feelings. Know that this is bringing you enlightenment and joy and peace to your life. As we return to this time and this place, capture the feelings that you have right now. Feelings of release, joy, whatever they are, capture it and carry them through with you as you process above and below the line. We do them both. And know that you are a blessing in this world, and you are blessed. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Reverend
you.
Sophia.
And before I go, I just want to reemphasize the class that we're starting the last Friday, 8:30 Hawaii time. It'll be about an hour and a half. And this is wonderful information. I mean, so many of you have been in Unity for years, and you hear the principles in everything we say on a Sunday morning. You hear it in much of the music, and it resonates with you, and the energy that it attracts into this sanctuary. Now's an opportunity to really get in touch with what those principles are, because I know some of you, have not studied formally, and you don't have to take this for credit. You don't, no pressure, but join other like-minded individuals. I mean, this is the book, and it's only section 1 for the course, and it will open up areas for you of great growth and inspiration. And we put that time 8:30 Hawaii, so that anywhere in the world, actually, if you have a friend that you think would be interested, please invite them to join us also. And that is it. Aloha. And I will see the board later at the board meeting.
Oh, aloha. Thank you so much, Reverend Sophia. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. What a great message. I really hadn't really acknowledged that when you have emotions, that if you can sit with them and play them out, it's just 90 seconds. It's just a minute and a half. And you can move on with your day, go on to feeling other things. So thank you so much for that, Reverend Sophia. Now's the time in our service when we give our tithes and offerings in support of the ministry. The ways in which you can make your donation, for which we are abundantly grateful, will appear on screen. For those attending service, the ushers will pass around the collection plates. And for anyone with spare change, feel free to add it to the building fund in the back of the sanctuary. So if you'll please just take your gift into your hands, we'll bless it. Ooh, a little behind on PowerPoint. There we are. And we'll bless it by saying our offering prayer together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. And so we are. And we have another song from Namanu Mele. Welcome back.
Sisters and brothers, I see your need. Love is missing. Remember, you're the seed. Sons and daughters, lay down your arms. There's only one purpose, and that's to love. There's only one light, one life, one love. We are one hope, one peace. You and I are a part of it all. There's only one. Sisters and brothers, I feel your pain. When words they cut right through, we remain. Mothers and fathers, lay down your arms and help us remember what's worth fighting for. There's only one light, one life, one love. We are one hope, one peace. You and I are a part of it all. Take a deep breath and see me and you and me. The light that carries you through is the light in me. There's only one. You are love. One love. You are hope. One love. You are infinite. One love. We are one hope. I am love. One peace. I am hope. You and I am infinite. All. There's only one. We are one. One life. We are one. One love. We are one. We are love. We are one hope. We are one. One peace, one body, one soul. You and I are a part of it all. There's only one.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. And now let's go ahead and bless the offerings that we've just offered up. So together, if you'll say with me, through Spirit, we know that as we give, so shall we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these gifts to do your will and your work in this center, in our lives, and in our community. And so it is. Wonderful. Well, next Sunday, our guest speaker is going to be Sasha Knowles, and her topic is Speaking Your True You. This commitment is about communicating openly and honestly with yourself and others. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much for speaking next week, Sasha. And in closing, thank you for joining us today. Feel free to tell your friends and family about the Facebook event. Service will remain viewable on Unity of Kona's Facebook and YouTube. And as we hold each other in our hearts, let's stand, form a circle behind the cameras there, and we'll sing Let There Be Peace on Earth and Aloha Oi. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, of things that was meant to be. With God as creator, then we all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony, perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Have a fabulous week, everyone. Many blessings and mahalo for being with us, and we'll close until we meet again with Aloha Oi.
Aloha Oi, Aloha Oi, Eke ono na no ikalipo. One fond embrace, ahoy, until we meet again.
Ahui ho, everybody. We'll see you next week. Dondi, you got some closing music for us?
Yes. Sing song, I'll have a lot. Hawaii